I just don't know. I just been in my head and everything is crazy. It just feels like things are shaking. Everything is everywhere. Why? What is this? Oh, hey, good viber. How are you? It is your girl Esther Joy coming at you with another video. On this channel, we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace. And on this beautiful video, I am going to show you how to meditate. If you have never done it before, meditation can seem scary, and as I was demonstrating in the beginning of this video, a lot of the times you will get trailed off with your internal dialogue and it will slowly seem to make you feel crazy. And I'm telling you, good viber, that is the first part of meditating. Now, let's talk about some other meditating things, okay? That will make you seem less crazy, at least in your own mind, hopefully. Anyways, when we meditate, the reason why we meditate is because many, if not all, of the spiritual practices have a foundation of some sort of meditation. Meditation, it's not always just sitting down, thinking nothing, doing nothing, and feeling nothingness. Ah, yes. No, actually, sometimes you can meditate when you are considered in a flow state. Your mind will naturally reach a meditative state, and it will be easier for you to be in the present moment. That is truly the purpose of meditation, to allow yourself to be more fully in the present moment and to be aware and absorb those things that may have been drawing your attention away from the present moment. So, quite frankly, you can meditate if you're an athlete. Many people who run, they get something called the runner's high, and that's because they are going in a flow state when they run, and their body is just moving and being aware of their physical body and that motion. Okay, it's a very wonderful way to meditate, okay? A lot of exercise can be seen in this way. Whenever you are being fully present in your body in that moment, and you are just observing your thoughts but not trailing away with them, but allowing yourself to just dwell within that present moment, you are doing some kind of meditation, okay? Now, of course, painters and artists and even singers have their own forms of meditation that they can do, and we'll call these flow state, because truly you are just getting in that meditative state where doing that task is just so present that time seems to flow by without you even needing to try. And that is what we love to see when we are meditating. But for a lot of people, especially beginning, you probably will have a lot going in your mind, and that is why it is so hard for a beginner to start meditating, okay? You just got so much already going on in your mind that you haven't slowed down. Like, imagine from the time you were born, you just continued to see things and observe things and to have a little internal dialogue about, let's say, a rock that you saw on the side of a road that you wanted to pick up but you didn't, and your mom told you to hurry up, so you turned back to see that the rock wasn't there anymore, and you decided to say that there must have been some kind of invisible rock thief stealing rocks from you, and now you get nervous that the rock thief will steal from your rock collection, and so on and so forth. Now, this is just one example of many about the little internal dialogues, and imagine this internal dialogue, but every single instant of your life that has ever happened, you have a little internal dialogue for that instant, okay? Now, that is what's going on in your mind, okay? So, of course, meditating in the beginning, it can be seen as almost an impossible feat to get yourself to sit down with all of these thoughts if your mind is anything like the scenario I just described. Now, I want you to know that this is actually totally normal, and it's okay. It's okay to have these thoughts. It's okay for your mind to be a complete and utter chaotic mess. It's okay. I know. You probably were thinking, how can it be okay? Isn't that the opposite of meditation? Well, if your mind was already a clean slate, then you probably wouldn't need meditation because you'd just be meditating constantly for the whole day of your life because you'd simply be a blank slate. The reason why we meditate in this day and age is so that we can clear out some of that clutter and internal dialogue that really is just distracting us from what we are wanting to manifest more of in our life. Now that I have told you this about manifestation, how do you do it? How do you meditate, okay? Well, quite simply, I'm going to give you a few tips to help you with your meditation. I want to address that sitting, your position is very important, whereas yoga will study your physical body and how you are relating your physical body to the things you are thinking and syncing it with your breath and everything, creating a one constant and continuous unit. Here in meditation, we are going to do pretty much the same thing. When we sit down, we want to make sure our spine is straight. This is just going to help the energy flow through our body a lot easier, okay? And also, it will feel a bit more comfortable than if I was in a crouched or slouched position, which would eventually cause me to feel sore. So that's why we want to make sure that our body is straight and that we are in a comfortable seated position. Of course, my legs are crossed, but if you're sitting, you can have them any way that you please. I just like to have them relaxed in a way that allows me to keep my attention on my whole body and how relaxed I am feeling. A really important part of meditation is relaxing your body, because the more you can relax your body, the less likely you are to fidget around. So, really quickly, some quick ways to relax your body is to actually tense it up really tight. I know! Isn't that fun? Now, the reason why you're tensing up your body really tight is because as soon as you release, you'll automatically feel the difference between when you were tensed and when you are now relaxed. Now, we will also acknowledge some tensions that we might have been feeling that were already there before we even started our meditation. And this tensing will help us release those as well. So tense your body before you meditate, and then allow yourself to relax for an especially relaxing feeling. Now, of course, you beautiful good viber can now focus. You are sitting down, your spine is straight. What do you do to meditate? Well, quite simply, you want to focus on one thing. And that one thing is nothing. And it is actually kind of difficult to focus on nothing when you have so much going on in your head. No? Yes, I know. So instead of focusing on nothing, for right now, let's just focus on a part of our body that keeps us alive, such as our heartbeat or our breathing. Now that we have grounded ourselves more in our body, this is not only going to help us focus on our physical body, but I would suggest putting your hands on your heart or your stomach to just gently feel your breath. And here's another thing, meditator. If it is your first time, don't be alarmed if you start overthinking about your breath and you're like, am I breathing too much? Am I not breathing enough? I forgot how to breathe suddenly. I forgot how to blink. That's okay. Those are some thoughts that will generally come and go. The more you can just acknowledge them and observe them, the more they will be able to slip away and allow yourself to be more present with this idea of nothingness in your mind. Now, the first times that you meditate, you will have to go through the beautiful observation of watching your chaotic thoughts ramble about in your head until they slowly wind down to a pause where you will be more easily able to observe your thoughts and also release the ones that you want to release. this is when the house cleaning really starts, and we can go into our internal mind, our internal dialogue, and start correcting those parts of ourselves that have just been causing us to subconsciously do or say things that we might not have wanted to. So why do we meditate, Good Viber? The answer is simple. Because when we meditate, we create more space for new experiences to enter into our lives. We create more space for us to release the things that we no longer want to experience, and we create more space for us to be here now in this present moment. So I really do hope that you enjoyed these tips on how to meditate, why we meditate, and you honestly try to meditate for just a minute a day, okay? A minute a day, then maybe 2, then 3. But of course you want to see how long you can focus on nothing, okay? Simply being, simply breathing, and simply allowing yourself to be as you are for as long as you can, and slowly build up the momentum as you get more and more comfortable meditating. But without further ado, I really do appreciate you and watching this video, and let me know down below what your ideas of meditation were and what your experiences are with meditation thus far. Anyways, I'm wishing you such a wonderful and beautiful day, Good Viber, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste.